Liki aliyeitwa na Mungu hupata mamlaka na neema ya kuendeleza ndani ya kanisa utume Kristo aliyowakabidhi mitume wake.
Kupata daraja kama Skiza Tune yako, tuma neno Skiza likifuatwa na nambari 738100270. Utume kwa 811.
Well, hello to you, our dear viewers of Capuchin TV, and welcome to the Family Faith Show, whereby we get to interact with the youth in various ways.
Let's stop judging people according to their tribes.
We present to you fresh perspectives, exciting conversations, engaging debates, Bible trivia discussions, showcasing of talents such as singing, dancing, art, and so much more from guests who keep it real and authentic.
Sasa wewe, nitajuaje hautanihat? It's true that human nature covers us.
So buckle up because this season is about to be epic with me, your one and only host, Susan Bulemi. Keep it locked right here on the Family Faith Show every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. only on Capuchin TV. Well, hello and a very good afternoon to you, our dear viewer of Capuchin TV, and welcome to the Family Faith Show with me, of course, your one and only host, Susan Bulemi. Well, on today's show, on today's episode, we have a very interesting topic of discussion, which is the power of collective impact. And in this topic, we're going to be mainly discussing about youth, NGOs, and national building in general. And I am joined by wonderful guests who will help shed more light on today's topic of discussion. However, before they introduce themselves, I'd like to remind you, dear viewer, if you'd like to participate, if you'd like to give us your point of view, your perspective, you can always send us an SMS via our SMS number 21760, or also leave us a comment on our social media handles and your message will be delivered. And now, without further ado, I'd like to give my guests the opportunity to introduce themselves, tell us who you are, what you do, and feel at home, beginning with you.
Thank you. My name is Nimrod. Nimrod Sidon from the National Federation of Public Benefit Organization, was formerly known as the Council of NGOs. They're just located there at Nyayo House, 16th floor. And there, my task is majorly on administrative task and evaluation, that is due after meetings and after forums. And I'm so glad being here today, and I'm looking forward to engage even more.
Thank you so much, Nimrod, for joining us today, and you're very much welcomed. And now next, we can have our lady to introduce herself.
Okay, my name is Hannah Kwamboka. I work as a gender intern at the Federation of PBOs, and I'm so delighted to be here.
Thank you so much, Hannah, and we're also glad to have you here today, and once again, feel at home. And finally, not really a new face, but still, we always have new viewers every day, so kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Susan, for this opportunity and calling us here once again. It is always a privilege to be hosted here. So for our new viewers, my name is Liki. I'm Liki Miruri, currently working under the National Federation of Public Benefit Organization as a strategy and planning associate. So that is where we are doing our work to impact the community.
Okay, thank you so much, Liki. Once again, thank you all for joining us and being part of today's set. And maybe if I could begin moving on straight to the topic of discussion today, and I'd like to begin with you, Liki. And we've talked about, when you're introducing yourselves, all of you have mentioned National Federation of Public Benefit Organizations. So first and foremost, for our viewer to understand, what is the National Federation of Public Benefit Organizations, and why is it important in Kenya?
Thank you very much for that question. The National Federation of Public Benefit Organizations We are the umbrella body of all NGOs. They're formerly called NGOs. They are transiting now to be called public benefit organizations. So we are the umbrella body. So we are like all those registered NGOs, they are under us. So we are self-regulatory, and our mandate as a federation is to make sure that the impact that these NGOs are doing reaches the community. And that is why we are actually saying that they should be named to public benefit, because previously when they were called NGOs, mostly people were taking them as a source of income. But currently we are transiting to public benefit because the work of the NGOs is primarily to impact the society. So we want the public to benefit. That's why we are having that name. So our mandate is to make sure that as much as we are assisting our PBOs, the public benefit organization, maybe getting funds and grants and everything, we also want to maximize the impact that these PBOs are giving to the society.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And I'd like to ask you, Hannah, because when you're introducing yourself, you've said you're part of gender, the Department of Gender. So what role maybe do you play under the National Federation of Public Benefit Organizations?
Thank you for the question. Okay, I would like to mention that, first of all, gender is a wide area, is a wide perspective. Okay, and like people approaching them, most people approach gender in a different way. I can say gender is a cross-cutting development issue, because it's not like a standalone development sector, because it cuts across various areas like technology, health, many areas affecting the society. And aligning gender with the PBOs is that the PBOs naturally engage with these sectors, so, and therefore making gender integration an essential and not an option. And I, as an individual, as a gender intern in the federation, and also a gender expert and a consultant on gender issues, I carry on gender-related issues, majorly focusing on the issues that I've earlier mentioned in relation to the federation activities or focus.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Maybe I can add on what she's saying. Most PBOs, you find that there are most PBOs that are inclined maybe to do with girl child and maybe others boy child. So we, as a federation, we are trying to make sure that all our programs are inclusive. We don't want maybe one gender to feel that it is inferior. So the department mostly works on making sure that there is equality in all activities that are being carried on. As much as we are talking about empowering the boy child or empowering the girl child, at the end of the day, we must see equality. So that is the main work that department works on. Yeah.
Okay, that is great to hear. And Nimrod, I'd like to come back to you. And I'd like to ask, why do you think it's important for, let me just say the NGOs, why do you think it's important for them to have an umbrella body like the Federation?
Thank you for the question. Just before I get to your question, I would like to add what Leki had said. You know, people should also understand what the umbrella body is and how it came to be. After a series of lobbying, the name was changed from Council of NGOs to the National Federation of PBOs under Section 21, Public Act 2013. The name was changed. So the umbrella body is really important, actually. It helps uniting all these other PBOs or NGOs, the way you will choose to call it, into implementing the 17 sustainable development goals. I know you're aware maybe of some of them. Maybe it could be having sustainable cities. You find an NGO that works on that, specifically that. Maybe it could be about donating sanitary towels to schools, or maybe to villages. You find there's some specific NGOs that specifically works on that. It could be maybe offering water to arid places. There's an NGO that does that. And so, of course, these NGOs must have their boss. I would say that this umbrella body that regulates them, that tells them updates. For instance, if an NGO has an issue that wants to share with the national government or the government, it will have to get through the federation to the government, and the same from the government to the federation to the NGOs. And also, the umbrella body helps in promoting self-regulation. I've come up with an NGO, and I'll have to come up with my rules. The federation allows that. You come up with your rules, and you make sure you follow them. You see, the federation helps promoting self-regulation. So it's really important for a nation having an umbrella body that controls all these other NGOs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And I think now you've clarified, because I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers are wondering how did you come up with this and everything. So thank you for clarifying on that. And still, I'd like to ask you the next question. I am aware that we are about to have the World NGOs Day, if I'm not wrong, right? When will it be happening?
Okay, so the World NGOs Day is usually celebrated annually, and this time it has been located to the side of Kakamega, the western part of Kenya. That is, people know of Kakamega, Bungoma, Busia counties, the counties that are on that side. Initially, it was being held in Nairobi, but they decided to diversify it so that they could accommodate every part of the country. So the World NGOs Day is just a day that NGOs come together and celebrate the milestone that they have had. You know, they must have this day that they go and join together, you know, make presentation, exhibitions. You know, people come from coastal places with their traditional dances, you know, they come there and they celebrate together. You even find that there's some key people in the government who are also there in attendance, just to celebrate the milestone the NGOs have made from the past years.
And okay, before I go to Hannah, is it a one-day event or?
Okay, the World NGOs Day that will happen in Kakamega will begin from 26th of this month, February, to 28th of February. So we are very much welcomed.
Thank you so much. Now, Hannah, I would like to ask you, maybe what activities or what should people expect when on 26th to 28th? What should people expect on that event?
Okay, thank you for the question. In the 3 days marking the World NGO Day, NGOs Day, there will be several activities happening, inclusive of there will be exhibitions. In attendance to that day, to that celebration, will be more than 250 NGOs, the NGOs and the public benefit organizations. So one of the activities will be exhibitions. They will be exhibiting some of their work, because these are, like I've said, there are more than 250 organizations. So each organization have their own area of focus. So they'll have different exhibitions to exhibit during the World NGOs Day. And there will be activities such as cultural performances, mostly from the western area where the NGOs Day will happen. And other activities will be partnership, collaboration, and one of the main reasons why they include many organizations to take part during that time is that there will be various stakeholders and people, so that they can collaborate and partner with each other, even in the afterwards, after the celebration and the World NGOs Day. there will be many activities and many things to happen in the future. So they'll need the partnerships and the collaborations from stakeholders, from other partners there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And Liki, maybe in regards to whatever Hannah has mentioned, and she said there will be about 250 organizations. And I'd like to ask, I mean, it can be quite challenging to bring all these organizations together, right? Maybe what are some of the challenges that you people face when organizing this?
Thank you once again. Before answering your question, maybe I can add on something in regards to what Hannah was sharing.
Yeah.
So the event will be a 3-day event. On 26th, every county from the western region. We had mapped at least 5 counties. That is Kakamega, Busia, Trans Nzoia, which else? Bungoma. Those western counties,
yeah.
But some counties like West Pokot, they have volunteered to take part. So mostly each and every county on 26th, they will be having a pre-event. So it is upon those CBOs and public benefit organization in those counties to plan on whatever they will do on 26th in conjunction with the county governments. So after having that pre-event day in their own counties, we will all converge at Kakamega on 27th. So on 27th, that is when we'll have now the main event, celebrating it is World NGOs Day. So it is something that is happening worldwide. So in Kenya, it will be in Buhungu Stadium. So after the event on 27th, on 28th, we'll have a conference. The conference will involve those stakeholders Anna was talking about, so that we can evaluate what we have been doing in the past and now coming up with a plan on how we will continue impacting the society going forward. Now, going back to your question about the challenges, connecting these people. Yes, it is a very big challenge.
Yeah.
First of all, we understand that the big donors like the USA, they did cut their donations to the African countries. So you find that most of the NGOs are not willing to take part because they are constrained in matters budget. So one of the challenges is the budget. So a lot of NGOs might not take part as much as they are willing, might not take part fully, but maybe they can send some delegations to represent them. So finances is one of the main issue. Secondly, there are some of the NGOs that are not registered. So it is a very big challenge for them to participate in such events just because they are not registered. So it is also another challenge, and we are calling upon those PBOs that are not registered to do so before May this year, because that is where the deadline is. It is in May. So those PBOs that are not registered, they should do so before May. Other challenges, you find that currently we said we are hosting the event at Kakamega. You find that there is no good regional block governance. So that is another challenge. So in some regions, they have not come together to work as a team. Each and every NGO is working on their own, and that is a constraint in resource mobilization. That is why we are calling upon these PBOs to come together, work together to minimize on cost, because when we hold an event together, we are minimizing on the cost. So, and actually getting funds from other big institutions becomes easier. So when these PBOs decide to work on their own, it becomes another challenge. But we are trying to mitigate it. We are developing some mitigation measures, how we will approach those people who are not registered. We are trying to see how we'll go and maybe do capacity building on leadership so that we can create more regional blocks, so that in future events such like that one of Kakamega, will not have a lot of challenges bringing people on board, because we are saying 250, but the registered number of PBOs in Kenya is actually 15,000. So that is like less than 10%.
Yeah, true.
So it is a big challenge bringing those people together, but the main challenge is funds.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And you've talked about registration, and you've mentioned a lot of these groups are not registered. Maybe talk us through the registration process. Is it that it's something tedious, or why are they not registered?
No, the registration process is not tedious, as you can say. Actually, to be part of the federation, we only need maybe those documents. They know you can access them online, and then maybe the subscription fee, which is 2,000 per year. So I don't think that is something that an NGO can lack, subscription fee annually. And as we had said earlier, when you subscribe to the federation, you have an upper hand in getting the grants, getting funds, because when you are partnering with the federation, you get donor trust. Those donors can trust you because they know you are regulated by the federation, unlike when you are not registered. So I think it is up to now the federation, like we make a call to these people and do a very thorough publicity on the importance of registering with us.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And back to you, Nimrod. We have already established NGOs are very important in our country, and I'd like to ask, maybe, how do you think NGOs have contributed to the development over the years in our country?
Thank you for the question. Actually, we have 17 sustainable development goals that aim in improving the livelihood of people. And we have respective NGOs that deal with that. For instance, like I gave an example, there are some NGOs that just deal with having sustainable cities, getting rid of slums, and having sustainable houses and even transport. You find that in the long run, the country develops because now we'll have we'll have good houses, we'll have good roads, we'll have good structures in the country, and by that the country will develop, right? We also have other NGOs that promote education. You see that these NGOs that go to grassroots level and promote these people, tell and educate the parents and also the children on the benefit of going to school. They tell the parents, this is what your child is going to gain eventually in the long run if he or she is to go to school. And eventually it promotes to the growth of our nation. Because you find these people take key position in the government, maybe a person desires to be a doctor, goes to school, he begins from a primary level, and he goes up to a medical school, you see? So in the long run, it helps the growth of the country. For instance, another example, you have other NGOs that offer sanitary towels or water and sanitation. You find maybe in arid areas. Now you find people don't have to come from where they are to go miles away to search for water, or maybe to go miles away to search for employment, because it's being provided over there. So they focus on their livelihoods, they focus on developing that place, and eventually it brings the growth of the country.
Okay. Hannah, anything else you want to add to that?
Okay, the main thing that I would like to add, it is on regarding the World NGOs Day. As Nimrod said earlier, the World NGOs Day is usually celebrated annually on 27th February. And the main reason I would like people to know, the main aim of celebrating the World NGOs Day is that the World NGOs Day is a global program. It's not in Kenya only. It's a world program which aims to celebrate, recognize, and strengthen the role of NGOs and PBOs, the public benefit organizations where we come at. So its main aim is to make sure the roles of the NGOs and the PBOs are valued, are celebrated, are strengthened, and are seen. Because main many, okay, I can talk like nationally, like in Kenya, many development matters are usually linked to the government. But what many people don't know is that the non-profit organizations, the NGOs, the PBOs, usually work, I can say, behind the scenes for making sure some of the development matters are catered for. For example, in the ASAL areas, you can see many NGOs, some of the NGOs main work is to maybe go to the ASAL areas, provide the sanitary pads. Some of them also provide free education to the needy children, food, various activities that can lead to the development of the country at large, not only leaning on the government only, because the NGOs and the PBOs also, they offer a larger percentage of the development sector. So the NGOs, the World NGOs Day, main aim is to acknowledge that effort, that work, those activities being carried on from years. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And still, I'd like to ask you a question. Licky had talked about it earlier, however, I still think we could still discuss more on that. And I was just asking him about the challenges. And I'd like to ask you also, what do you think are some of the challenges most NGOs and PBOs are facing today in our country?
Okay, I would like to mention, Licky mentioned funds. Yeah. Like insufficient funds or financial constraints is a major issue. There are various challenges, but the insufficient funds is a major one, because like in the recent days or in the recent years, most NGOs or PBOs usually receive their fundings from international donors. Yeah. There are some donors who are here nationally, but most of them are international. Some of the donors, the international donors, withdraw their funding, leading to many NGOs disabling their activities. Yeah, that's why the insufficient funds or lack of funds that's why it makes it to be a major issue. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I can add on that.
Okay.
On challenges. Another big challenge is skills. You find that an NGO is willing to work on a certain project, but they lack the manpower. Or maybe those people are skilled in maybe different sectors. So you find that these people maybe are using a lot of volunteers, and these people may not be skilled enough. Yeah. For example, maybe it's something to do with monitoring and evaluation. This is something that needs a profession, but now they are just sourcing somebody who is cheaper, just because they have constraint on the budget. Again, some PBOs don't have strategic plans. So if you don't have a strategic plan, you cannot achieve your end goal. So these are some of the things those PBOs are lacking. They need capacity building in matters, drafting good strategic plans. They need to know how to write their concept notes. They need to know how to write their proposal for grants and all that. So I think skills and capacity building is also another challenge to the PBOs. Yeah.
Just to add something as well. One of the also other challenges that we experience at the federation, you find people come with expectations. Actually, they say when we come to the federation, we'll get money there, but in real sense, it's not what you find. You see, so people should just lower the expectation and just work as an NGO. Another issue is that you find people open NGOs. Actually, I'll talk about there's a body that just specifically registers NGOs. I'll talk about that in a few. Now you find a person has opened an NGO, but yet that person has opened an NGO to launder money, you see, which is so unfortunate. That's one of the other challenge. Another challenge, you find that In 2013, when the name was changed to Public Benefit Organization, there's things that were put in place to limit, getting excess money. And you find now back then people used to have the required resources to run their programs, but now it has been constrained, you see. About registration that I said I'll come back to, there's a body known as the Public Benefit Regulatory Authority, or the PBORA, just the cooperative house. If you're willing and you want to open an NGO that deals in one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, then you can just go there, the proper documentation, just as Lekki said, and a fee to pay, of course, and you'll be good to go. Thank you.
Okay, and since I can see we're about to run out of time, I want to ask something about you. People mentioned about partnerships and collaborations, and maybe you can talk us through it. Maybe the PBOs, are they maybe partnering with other organizations or anything?
Thank you for the question. Over the past years, we have partnered with several institutions. For instance, during our last year annual general meeting, we partnered with the county government of Nairobi, where they offered us a venue. You see, we were there at Charter Hall. Finding those venues is not a walk in the park. And if you find it so costly. But the county government was ready to partner with us in offering us that venue. This year, we have partnered with the African Institute for Capacity Development, known as ICAD. It's an international NGO located just at JKUAT. It's JKUAT just in Juja. I know most of you know. Now, the African Institute for Capacity Development is an NGO that focuses on offering capacities in different levels. And so they have partnered with the Federation so as to offer capacities into different NGOs. As you heard, like he said, that most issue that challenges that NGOs face, you find they have the people, but those people are not qualified for the task. But now this ICAD came in to offer these capacities to these NGOs, so that these people, even if they have employed this person is up to the task. Thank you.
Okay, maybe adding on stakeholders and partnership, we have also partnered with another institution called the Tonapa Peace Foundation, where they launched their initiative last week. So they will be doing a forum for peace building in Kapenguria, those areas. So that is one of the partnership that we are highlighting in the northern Kenya. Again, before we came for this show, we were in another meeting where we are planning to partner with other stakeholders for a 3 years civic education. So we want to teach the citizen of Kenya on matters politics, importance of voting, why do you need to have to be registered as a voter. We want to do a pre-election civic education and a post-election education. So that is something that will be starting maybe in a month's time. That initiative will have started. So we have a lot of programs lined up, and that is where other stakeholders come in. So for example, maybe like that one I'm talking about, civic education. We'll need partners and stakeholders like Law Society of Kenya. They have those people who are skilled in matters law. They can come and give us those services. So we'll be identifying a lot of institutions which we can work with just to promote that civic education pre and post the 2027 election.
Okay. Now as we conclude, and Liki, you'll go first, because most of our viewers, of course, are the young people, and as they're watching right now, they can see you are young people, and maybe there's someone who's watching and they would like maybe to be part of these organizations, to be part of these groups. Maybe how can they get involved? You could go first.
Okay, to get involved in this organization, the NGOs and all that, the easiest way to do is through volunteership. So these people should be going for volunteers, maybe work as interns, attachment, go look for attachment to those institutions. They are always welcoming. So when you go for for those and actually networking with these people. Like for example, the Kakamega event, if you want to work with NGOs or CBOs, come there, witness what we are doing, interact with those people. That is where you get the connection and the networking. Yeah.
Okay, and before I go to Hannah, your parting shot in one statement, because we are running out of time.
Okay, thank you. I say thank you once again for having us. And at this juncture, I want to extend our invitation to Capuchin TV to come to Kakamega and witness the World NGOs Day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the invitation, Liki, and thank you for joining us. Hannah, your parting shot.
Oh, thank you again. My parting shot is that I would like to add on to Liki what he has said. I would like to extend the welcome to people and to other NGOs that may be watching that are not still yet involved in the World NGOs planning to come and witness and attend the event, because even in attendance, it shows a very large impact. And like in the celebration of the World NGOs Day this year, they chose the Western region in Kakamega to be specific. And as we all know, most people know that places like Nairobi, the cities in Kenya are major places that usually host events, such events. But this time and onwards, we focus more on even the grassroots level, because as earlier said, on the concept of the World NGOs Day and its importance, it has a sustainability impact, especially on the grassroots level, so that the grassroots can have ownership of the development processes as well, so that they can be included in this process onwards. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Nimrod, your parting shot as we conclude.
Okay, thank you. Just to also welcome you, the viewers as well, even you as well, to participate and also to partner together during the World NGOs Day that will be in Kakamega, just as we have said. And you're very much welcome. We're looking forward to see you. We're looking forward to engage with you in different levels and capacities, and you're very much welcome. For more information, you can get from our social media pages. That's the National Federation of PBOs, our website, National Federation of PBOs, and there you'll get more information. And as I conclude, just as our chairman usually says, Stephen Chiboi, that you must be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Nimrod. Such powerful words there. And our dear viewer, we've come to the end of today's episode of the Formny Faith Show. And maybe if I could read the feedback we are getting. We have Phyllis, who says she's watching from Thika. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for joining us. And finally, we also have Rafa, who says she's watching from Nairobi and she's enjoying the show. Thank you so much, Rafa, and to you, all our dear viewers, for tuning in today on the Formny Faith Show. Thank you so much. Just like I said earlier, our topic of discussion was the power of collective impact, and we were basically talking about the impact that the NGOs or the PBOs have had in our country over the past few years. And I do not think I have much to say, because I believe our guests have said everything that they had to say, and I believe you have grasped something from whatever they have had to say. That was all from me, Susan Bulemi. Until next time, same place, be blessed, and keep it Capuchin TV. Well, hello to you, our dear viewers of Capuchin TV, and welcome to the Formny Faith Show, whereby we get to interact with the youth in various ways.
Let's stop judging people according to their tribes.
We present to you fresh perspectives, exciting conversations, engaging debates, Bible trivia discussions, showcasing of talents such as singing, dancing, art, and so much more from guests who keep it real and authentic.
Sasa wewe, nitajuaje hautanihat? Intrude human nature, kabasupas, agamepi, agatoto.
So buckle up because this season is about to be epic with me, your one and only host, Susan Bulemi. Keep it locked right here on the Formally Faith Show every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. only on Capuchin TV.